Shalom, YouTube. It's the Mad Kelp. What are you doing, Mad Kelp? I am slicing up stew beef because I'm gonna teach a canning class on Sunday. So I am doing my prep, get all my beef cut up into manageable sized pieces to go into canning jars. So gonna do 12 quarts of beef, which comes out to 25-ish pounds normally when I do it. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, because prepping never stops. Got to keep doing the things. Was out as long as I was out today. I figured that I'd pick up another couple of cans of food. So I picked up and stored in my little tiny camper another 2 cases of soup and 8 cases of canned vegetables, which brings me to a total of none of your business. So, but you'd be surprised how much food you can squirrel away a little 30-foot camper. Nooks and crannies, and under beds, and under couches, and in places where chairs don't go and stuff. So, but anyway, so this is part of giving back to my camp, is teaching what I know and showing people how to do stuff. And yeah, we've got a sort of a camp initiative to share our experiences and share our skills. And this is one thing that I am adept at. So this is what I'm doing. So yeah, so Sunday a bunch of people will come over and we will can beef. And it's not cut my fingers off. That's a good idea. So yeah, so what do you want to learn? You probably have people around you, if you've got any kind of tribe, who know stuff that you don't know. Ask them to show you how to do that stuff. And probably even more importantly, you know stuff that they don't know. So you should teach them. You don't have to make a class out of it. You could just say, hey, I'm doing whatever thing it is that I do, and I'm going to do that on whatever day I'm doing it on. Anybody who wants to know how to do that, come on over. We'll do that together. Doesn't have to be a Megillah. Doesn't have to be a meetup. Doesn't have to be a schedule. Just do stuff. Because that's how we as tribe, as community, because we're all part of some kind of prepper community, right? 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 You've been out talking to people, right? Right? If you're not, things may not go as well for you as you would like to have planned. Anyway, so yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff going on that I'm interested in learning how to do. So we'll do that. I'm going to show people what I know how to do. Canning and dehydrating and jerky making, and once I get my my cabin running, cheese making. I miss cheese making. Man, I miss making cheese. But all my cheese making stuff is in a box in storage with the rest of my life. But, you know. On a positive note, bulldozer guy showed up the land. He's clearing the pond. which is awesome. We figured out how to do a ram pump. So we're going to do a ram pump from the pond to be able to pump water to the cabin and to the sheep. So, which makes me giggle in anticipation because I've been wanting to do a ram pump since I first heard about it. Haven't had the opportunity, so we'll go do that. And then once we get that done and water is actually flowing through it, you know what we're going to do? We're going to invite everybody up to check out the ram pump. So if they want to do one, they can do one for themselves. Sharing that with people. So, why are you bringing this up, Matt Kill? Well, I'm sure that you have noticed that things in the world are a little sporty, as Jay Johnson would say. And we here have decided that it's probably a good idea to put the pedal down a little bit harder on our prepping. So we're doing that, and part of that is doing stuff. So we call it training. But you know, most people when they think of training, they're thinking about, you know, pew pews and bang bangs and tactical gear and running around the woods and, you know, like our friends say, there's a 1 in 1,000 chance that you're going to have to pull a trigger. There's a 100% chance that you're going to need to eat. You need to poop, drink water. So, yeah. So, learn the stuff other people know how to do, teaching people how to do the stuff that you know how to do. Vitally important. Do it. Or don't. You know, it's up to you. But I've had this conviction lately. And probably the rest of you who are switched on have had that thing where the hair on the back of your neck is sort of standing up, and you know, everything that comes out of the news is horrific, you know, and things seem to be getting sillier and sillier and filled with more vitriol every day. So I just got done reading in Exodus as part of my daily Bible readings, because I read 2 chapters in Torah and 2 chapters in the rest of the book every day, except Shabbat. Shabbat I do Torah portion, other stuff. But yeah, reading about Joseph and 7 years of fat, 7 years of lean, and I'm sort of getting the feeling that we're coming to the end of the 7 years of fat, where everything is available 24/7, 365 with the click of a button and a debit card. And that may not be the case before too long. Do you know the scripture mentions famine, scarcity of food, 87 times? If you read Genesis, Abraham goes through scarcity of food twice, right? Mentioned all over the Bible, scarcity of food. So, what are the things that that the prophets, that Jeremiah and Ezekiel, the rest of the prophets talk about? What's going to happen? What's going to take all these people? Scarcity of food and violence. Well, don't be where the violence is, and make sure that scarcity of food is not an issue for you. So, yep, that's what's been on my mind lately. hanging out, doing fellowship, rucking, because, you know, we ruck, doing other stuff, you know. So I just figured that was on my mind and I would share that with you. Do with it what you like. Go can something or dehydrate something. Put food in some buckets. Put more food in buckets. Stack buckets to the ceiling. And then raise the ceiling up. Stack more buckets. I have an undisclosed number of buckets in storage, but let's say that's a lot. And you know what I'm doing? Putting beans and rice and flour and corn and wheat in buckets by a little tiny trailer. Yeah. Because 7 years of fat. 7 years of scarcity. I'm not really sure I want to deal with 7 years of scarcity. And it's going to take us, John and I, a year to get our land run to the point where we're producing a good deal of our own food. But in the meantime, I'm making sure that I have enough food to be able to get through that until I can produce my own. And I'm producing a little bit. I have a little tiny garden because, you know, it's me and I can't not garden. But, you know. What else am I doing? Doing footwork for stuff that I can't talk about, but it involves paperwork and phone calls and stuff that I really, really hate. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because nobody's going to do it for you. So, yeah. So, I'm going to get back to doing my stuff and get this all prepped up. 25 pounds worth of beef for folks to come over on Sunday and have a good time learning a new skill. So, shalom YouTube, and go do something.